Hello and welcome back. It's day 8 of our Mindful Mornings, a 30-day yoga challenge to set us up in a more mindful way through movement and meditation. Today's practice will be a balance flow so that we can have a focus on acute attention. Balancing really requires us to be present in the moment and will challenge our concentration. So let's find a quiet, comfortable space to begin that grounding meditation practice. And remember to subscribe to my channel so that you can stay up to date with the challenge and stick around until the end to find out what today's mindfulness task is. Begin by either lying down or sitting comfortably as I guide you through the sensations of your body, whatever they may be today. Be aware of any heaviness, discomfort, or fatigue, or perhaps lightness and energy within. Observe which sensations fluctuate and change over time and which remain constant. Pay attention to your reactions and just notice. Are you judging how you slept or wondering how the day will unfold? Instead of trying to push away these thoughts, simply notice them. See if they have any impact on how you feel and hold these thoughts and feelings with compassion. Now bring your conscious awareness towards your feet. Noticing any sensations that may be present. Tingling perhaps, pulsing or pressure points. Releasing your focus upon your feet and bringing your awareness towards your hands now. Observe any sensations in your palms, fingers, or the back of the hands. And finally, direct your attention towards your breath, noticing the sensation of an inhale and an exhale. Let us remind ourselves that throughout the day, taking a pause and becoming aware of our feet, our hands, or our breath can make all the difference as a way for us to ground ourselves. So I'd love to just offer a couple of tips when it comes to balance. Working on carpeted flooring is not as straightforward as being on a solid ground. So just bear that in mind. I always find things a little more tricky when I'm on carpeted ground. The other things that we can think about though are where we bring our gaze, our drishti point. So really choosing to focus our eyes onto a point and not let the eyes really wander too much. If we are aiming to turn the gaze in a balance, that's probably the last thing you want to do. You want to set the body up first in the posture, then you'll be thinking about turning the gaze. And the eyes might not follow all the way. They might stay forwards and then slowly turn. The other thing is to think about our foundations. So you want the foot that's on the ground to be spread out wide with the toes, and you want to think about gripping down through each four corners of that foot. I think about spreading my toes into the earth, gripping the earth with toes, so that the arch of the foot actually is activated enough to feel like it's lifting up off the ground. One more thing I'll just offer here, because I could keep going for a while, is actually creating a little micro bend in the standing leg. By doing a little bend into the leg, it will activate the muscles in that leg rather than thinking about just stacking all the weight on a straight leg. Little micro bend, and you start to notice that your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, even the calf muscles will start to really switch on. You want to think like Glad wrap or cling film, becoming a little heated and vacuuming inwards. So let's go ahead and start at the top of our mat. We'll do a little flow facing the top edge of the mat, and then we're going to reverse it and face the back edge of the mat. Let's start by bringing the feet firmly to the earth, a good hip width apart. Soften through the arms. The eyes are just lowering. Nice, easy, soft focus. We'll take one vinyasa here just to limber up, to feel into our physical body before we start balancing. When you're ready, inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. Hands rise up, inhale. And forward fold, hands to the earth. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Your choice how you end up in your downward dog. It could be straight to plank pose, taking a variation of chaturanga. Perhaps you're working through cat-cow. But just offering you a little bit of freedom here to come and meet in downward facing dog. Once you've found your way to downward dog, you might like to pedal that out and just freestyle a little bit here. Pedaling through the heels as though you're riding a really big heavy bicycle uphill, and there's no gears on that bicycle. One more breath, and then on your next exhale, step, walk or jump to the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift and fold. Hands rise up, inhale. Thumbs to heart space. Exhale. Let's test out our balance here. Shift the weight into that right foot and hug the left knee in. Eyes focused onto a point in front of you. Breathe easy. We're going to head towards warrior 3 pose. So a little micro bend in the standing leg can be helpful. I'm choosing to bring hands to heart. Your choice where you might like to bring the arms. It could be reach out to the side, reaching forwards, reaching back behind you. In our warrior 3, can you direct your hip bones to face the earth so you are not stacking your left hip on top of the right? One more breath. You're going to bend through the standing leg. Come and meet me in high crescent lunge. Pause for the exhale. Take an inhale. Left hand grounds. Exhale. Bring the eyes up. Twisted low lunge. Inhale. We're going to windmill the arms through to a warrior 2 pose. You're still facing the front edge of your mat, looking down towards your right fingertips. We're going to straighten through the legs. You could bring hands to heart and then swivel the toes so that they're now towards the back edge of your mat. This will become the front for a little bit. Into a warrior 2 pose. This time looking down towards your left fingertips. Left knee is bent in our warrior 2. So we're going to head towards another balance, this time half moon pose. So different to warrior 3, you're going to have your left hand to the earth and your hips are going to stay open, just like our warrior 2 shape here. So you might want to bring right hand to the hip. Perhaps you want to hop in through the back foot. You could also have a block ready at the top edge of your mat there. And we're going to start to slowly land the left hand and lift the right leg. I'm feeling particularly wobbly on this carpeted floor today. I might choose to keep my gaze down. You're welcome to turn the gaze. You are welcome to open up through the right arm. Can we be active and energized through the right fingers in the sky and the leg behind us? I'm going to squeeze lightly through glutes to lift my right heel higher, ending up in a forward fold when you come across your next exhale. Forward fold at the base of your mat. This will become the front for a little while. Exhale. We'll raise the arms up. Inhale. Plug thumbs to heart. Exhale. How about we take another vinyasa here? Inhale, hands rise. Forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Your choice how you meet in downward dog. You might choose to hop, you might choose to jump or step. Whatever you need in your practice, in your body today, meeting in downward dog in the next breath. Take at least one full round of breath in downward dog. And then again, your choice how you end up by your hands. Take a halfway lift, inhale, and fold. Exhale, hands rise up, inhale, thumbs to heart, exhale. All right, shift the weight into your left foot. This time the right knee will hover. Go ahead and take hold of the knee. So we want to really bring focus to this moment. Balances need your full attention. See if you can breathe steady. Make any of those little micro adjustments that help you feel supported in this pose, even if it means holding onto the wall with one hand today. We're going to steady ourselves before you think about warrior 3. I like to have a micro bend in the standing legs so muscles really engage. I'm going to bring hands to heart, your choice where you take yours. As I slowly bow the heart forwards and extend the right leg back. Can we avoid stacking the hips? This is a different shape through the hips to our half moon. Keep right hip the same level as the left. Notice how your glutes really switch on here. Last breath. And then into your crescent lunge. So tap back with the toes on the earth, hands rise for an inhale. And then right hand to the earth, left hand to the sky, twisted low lunge. And windmill to your warrior 2 pose. We're still facing the back of the mat. Your left knee is bent. Go ahead and straighten through both legs, hands to heart, pivot the toes so that you are now heading to warrior 2, facing once again to the front of the mat. Right knee should be bent. All right, set yourself up steadily. No need to rush through this. We're heading to our half moon pose. I like to bow deeply towards the earth. I'm going to grab blocks today. I am so wobbly on this carpet. And then hopping the back foot up and in. So I didn't give you a whole list of cues on that first side, but do notice where you position your right hand in front of your right toes might benefit you or hinder you. Try to place right hand in a position that feels really supportive. And sometimes taking the right hand a little wider out to the side gives you a sense of bigger surface area to play with. One more breath. And it's forward fold time at the top of the mat as you exhale steadily to that fold. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold. Hands rise up. Inhale. And thumbs to heart. Exhale. Hands rise. Inhale. Bend deeply through the knees. Come through to chair pose. And then deepen the bend of your knees. You might need to use your hands to catch you, but if possible, you're going to lower the hips slowly. Whoop, and come through to boat pose. Pause here, rolling shoulders back, lifting the heart. You can have your knees bent. You could even take hold of the back of those legs. One more breath. And then extend the legs and lower so slowly to the earth. Bring your left knee in. Gently cross the left knee over the body, spreading the left hand out to the side. A little supine twist. Last breath here. Draw yourself back through to center and then swap it over, second side. Squeeze the knee in first and then draw the knee across the body. Don't worry about shoving the leg deep. See if you can keep the right shoulder closer towards the earth and then just guide the knee across you. If it's comfy, turning the gaze the opposite direction to the knee. And then drawing yourself back through center. At this point, setting yourself up for our time in Savasana. Here we add a little wiggle of fingers, of toes. You might like to reach the arms overhead, inhaling deeply, and then drawing the knees in as you gently roll to the side and lift your way up. Thank you for joining today's practice and have a beautiful rest of your day. Here's your mindfulness task for today. How often do you brush your teeth without even thinking about it? Today, we're going to switch our dominant hand. And by breaking the autopilot mode, we're going to force ourselves to pay much closer attention to the movements, to the angles, sensations that are involved in brushing. You might notice subtle differences and experience perhaps a new level of attention that is needed. Maybe you'll even discover a new technique in how to brush your teeth. So grab your toothbrush and let's give this a go.
Thank you for watching this video and I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like it below, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Not only will this keep you up to date with my offerings, but will keep content like To The Being free and accessible to all.